At the University of Southern California, the Rossier School of Education towers high above its Los Angeles campus, preparing tomorrow's educators today. But today's educators are entering a job market that is almost as uncertain as the traditional programs that used to serve the children they teach. At USC's TRIO programs, efforts such as College Bound and Upward Bound are trying to address the situation by sending program specialists into the field at Los Angeles middle schools and high schools. Veronica Corona is a recent graduate of the Rossier School, and she works at the TRIO programs as one of the administrators of the Educational Talent Search Program. A proud graduate of USC, Veronica is finely tuned to the needs of the inner city.
Okay, so the way USC Educational Talent Search helps out in these college-bound efforts is we send program advisors out into the local middle schools and high schools, and we help students in these areas. We just help students apply to college, prepare to college as far as helping them out with their college applications, with their financial aid applications, and then also just providing workshops for them, things they could start doing now while they're in the 6th through 12th grade to prepare for college. And these are services that they might not receive at their schools. I mean, there's no classes that teach college prep information, and then school counselors might be overwhelmed, so they might not provide these workshops. So that's where we come in. That's where Educational Talent Search comes in, because they provide the workshops that the schools can't provide themselves.
How do you see the future of this program in 5 years? Do you think it'll still be going healthy? What do you think the status of this program will be in between 2 to 5 years from now?
Well, I mean, I really hope it'll be going healthy, but I believe it will be because I know programs like this, Educational Talent Search, and other federally funded programs like Upward Bound and Gear Up, they have been mentioned in Obama's plan, his education plan. So I know that he wants to continue sending funding to these programs.
So, Veronica, why should I, as an administrator or even a student at one of the inner city schools, why should I be concerned with cuts to arts funding or cuts to after school programs or to summer school programming in the inner city public schools right now? Why should I worry about the present and future of such funding coming from Sacramento?
Well, as an academic advisor for USC Educational Talent Search, I don't know where to look at. Do I look at you or the camera?
Look at me.
Okay. So let me start
So,
over
well,
again.
let me ask you the question again. So, why should I, if I'm working in the inner city schools, why should I be concerned with the cuts to funding that are coming out of Sacramento right now?
Um, well, as an academic advisor for USC Educational Talent Search, I know administrators should be concerned about these cuts as far as cutting out summer programs or after school programs, anything like that, because if students in low income areas aren't provided those types of programs, then they're not going to be on the like on a similar playing field as students in other neighborhoods where students are offered those type of programs. And I'm talking about as far as trying to apply to UCs or private universities, because those types of schools are looking for well-rounded students. And by well-rounded, they're not only looking for they don't exactly mean they're only looking for students with 4.0 GPAs. They also want students that are involved in different types of programs, after school programs. So if students aren't being offered those programs, then they might not get chosen over someone who is partaking in those types of programs. Right now, I believe it's a lot worse than it was last year, because this year we're seeing a lot of our school counselors get cut from our schools, and the teachers being cut from the schools, and programs that we didn't see were cut last year, they're now being cut recently, and I'm talking about within the last maybe 2 to 3 months.
So, for the schools of LA Unified and the programs that serve them, lots of unanswered questions remain. Many graduates from this school hope those answers will come soon from Sacramento.